Welcome to your new home and thank you for choosing Annapolis Property Services. During this presentation, we'll be going over how to access your online account, make rent payments and handle utility bills, how to submit and monitor maintenance requests, emergency situations, your move-in procedure, lockouts and property walkthroughs, lease changes and insurance, and finally your move-in checklist. Accessing your online account. By now you should have received an email allowing you to access your account. A link can also be found at the bottom of every page on our website. Just look for the green box that says Resident Login. Once logged into your account, you'll be able to make rent payments, set up automated payments, access relevant documents, see announcements and updates, and get in contact with us. Rent and payment options. Rent is due the 1st of every month. Rent received after the 1st is considered late, and after the 5th a late fee will be applied and a process to file failure to pay rent with the courts will be initiated. So if for any reason you're not able to pay rent in full by the 5th, please get in contact with us immediately. You can pay rent through several different methods. EFT through your APS account is the easiest and fastest method. There are no additional fees and you can also set up automated rent payments. The second option is through bill pay through your bank. These funds are usually transferred to us via check and can take up to 5 days to process, so please allow plenty of time for this method. Third option is personal check. These can be mailed or dropped off in person in our 24-hour drop box. And the final option is a credit card. You can use a credit card through your online account, but please note a convenience fee does apply. Utility information. If you have not already done so, please call BG&E on 1-800-685-0123 to transfer the power into your name. Failure to do so could result in the power being shut off. Water bills. All water bills remain in the property owner's name, and depending on what source of water your property has determines on how water bills will be handled. If your property is on city or county water, a quarterly bill will be mailed to our office and emailed to you directly to pay. This will include usage and wastewater charges. If your property is on well water, there is no water usage bill. However, you will receive a quarterly flat rate wastewater bill. If your home has a septic system, there is no wastewater bill, but you will need to maintain and empty the tank as necessary. Oil and propane. If your home is equipped with either oil, heat or propane, the fuel level should be noted at time of move-in and returned at the same level when you vacate. Please also note that your first water bill will generally be prorated and the amount due will be added to your lease ledger. Please pay the prorated amount directly to us, and then all future bills should be paid directly to the utility company. Maintenance requests. All non-emergency maintenance requests should be submitted through your online maintenance account. This can be easily accessed from our website by clicking the Maintenance Request button. If you have not yet received an invite, please just click the Request an Invite button on the Maintenance Request page. Once set up, you will be able to submit requests, correspond directly with our maintenance team and vendors, and schedule appointment times and troubleshoot issues. Lockbox and keys. To facilitate vendor access, if you are not available to be home when a vendor needs access, we have provided each property with its own combination lockbox. You can remove and hang the lockbox as needed, and if you wish, change the code. Please just be sure to let us know the new code if you do. Please see the short video on how to operate the code. Maintenance responsibilities. As a resident, you are responsible for normal home maintenance on both the interior and exterior of your home. Unless otherwise stated, This can include maintaining the yard, water conditioning system maintenance, winterization, gutter cleaning, pest control, and changing the HVAC filter on a regular basis, at least every 3 months. Plumbing blockages. Unless the blockage is a direct result of a collapsed drain, the costs and damages resulting from a blocked drain are a resident's responsibility. Structural and non-structural repairs. Structural repairs are generally covered by the property owner, and you are responsible for any costs of non-structural repairs. For appliances and other repairs, unless otherwise stated, you are responsible for the first $100 of any repair. Further explanation of this is outlined in your lease and resident handbook. Emergency situations. If you have an emergency situation outside of normal business hours, we do have a 24-hour emergency phone number, 410-878-6539. The situation is considered an emergency if there is an immediate threat to your safety or there is any cause for damage to the property. If you do have a serious emergency concerning the property and or your safety and is outside of normal business hours, please call 911 first, then the emergency line. Leave us a message and we will call you right back. Please note that we do manage this line internally, so only use this option for true emergencies, and understand that if you do call in the middle of the night, you will be waking one of us up. Examples of emergencies are fire, flood, burst pipes, gas leaks, or property damage. Situations that are not considered emergencies include a broken appliance, non-functioning AC, and a power outage. For these types of issues, please submit an online maintenance request, or if there is a power outage or you smell gas, call BG&E. Lockouts. If you're ever locked out of your home, we have a copy of all keys at our office that you may pick up at no cost during regular business hours. Outside of business hours, please call the emergency line, and if we are available, we can either meet you at the office or deliver a key to you. Lockout fees will apply and costs are outlined in your resident handbook. Property walkthroughs. We complete an internal walkthrough of each of our properties semi-annually. These are electronically scheduled, typically 1 week in advance, and you do not need to be present. If your property was in the City of Annapolis limits, the City also conducts an additional annual inspection with the City Inspector. Prior to any City inspection, please ensure that all smoke detectors are in place and fully functioning. If there are any issues with them, please let us know in advance so they can be addressed. If there is a violation or fine issued by the City relating to smoke detectors, the cost to rectify this issue will be your responsibility. Lease extension and move-out details. Strange to think of this now, but around 60 days before the end of your current lease term, please let us know if you would like to either remain in the property and extend your lease term, or if you plan to move out. If you do wish to extend your lease, we will then check in with the owners as to their plans for the property, and with their approval, issue a lease addendum with the agreed new lease terms. Please note that all requests and changes to the lease term do need to be completed in writing. If you are moving out at the end of your current term, we will forward you more details and instructions at that time. Early lease termination. Should you need to terminate your lease early, we will work to find a suitable replacement tenant, and you will be rent responsible until a replacement tenant can be found. There is a $950 relisting fee, and once a new resident takes possession, your lease can be terminated without penalty. Please note that all early lease termination requests must be confirmed in writing, and further details can be found in your resident handbook and lease. Security and pet deposits. We hold all deposits in an interest-bearing account, and your receipt of payment is part of your lease. Provided there is no damage beyond normal wear and tear to the property, you'll receive your deposit with interest within 30 to 45 days of your move-out or lease termination date. Just don't forget to leave us your forwarding address. Insurance. All residents are required to hold a renter's insurance policy to cover the value of your belongings and a minimum liability coverage of $250,000. We require proof of this coverage before we can allow you to take possession. Please ensure that you have sufficient coverage for the value of all your personal belongings. And that's it. All that's now left for you to do is complete and return the move-in checklist. Please initial each box and sign on the bottom. Welcome to your new home, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.